All right, guys. Everybody come through. This won't be long. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all, I am tired. I was dozing off and then I woke up. Shout out to everybody in the chat, y'all. I was dozing off and then I woke up. Everybody from Discord notifications probably didn't go out. That is okay. I was dozing off and then I woke up. Welcome everybody. We have I don't know if we have a verdict yet. People are saying that that's where we're at. Everybody come through. Let's see. We live now. Y'all, I was dozing off and then I woke up. Okay, hold up. See what Inner City Press is doing. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I think we have at least some movement or something. Okay, so this was around 11 minutes ago. Look, my hair is all crazy because it was all up in a bun. All right, at about 4:15, which is Eastern, it's 4:30 now. After a long lull, now Combs, Agnifilo, Steele, Shapiro are back in the courtroom. Meanwhile, U.S. Attorney Office belated docketed emails to the judge after Inner City Press requested. So we have those emails. It's in my Gmail, so I'm not going to look at that right now. But Janice Combs has entered the building. Diddy is brought in. His lawyers are talking, but looking down, not paying attention to them. Okay, so it is 4:19. At 4:19, AUSA hands a piece of paper to Combs Agnifilo, who passes it on. Driscoll confers with Westmoreland. Sean Combs will be brought into the courtroom from the holding cell. I'm pretty sure he's in right now. At 4:21 p.m., Sean Diddy Combs is brought in, stands with his hands in his pocket as Agnifilo speaks to him. His other lawyers come and huddle around him. He sits down. Could we possibly have a verdict? I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see. Inner City Press at 4:25 p.m. says Sean Combs is sitting surrounded by his 8 lawyers who are talking. He's looking down. His hands are across his lap, right? 17 seconds ago. 4:30, Agnifilo goes forward and returns and hands Sean Diddy Combs a piece of paper. He stares at it. What is going on? Y'all, this is where we're at. Y'all, let me message some people, so I'm going to mute real quick. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We don't know what's happening. We don't know where we're at right now. We don't know. We know that the jury's not out. That's what we do know. All right, so hang tight. Hang tight. Let me message folks. We're waiting, guys. We're waiting. We don't have an update yet. They're in the courtroom. There were several hours where things kind of went lull. They're handing each other pieces of paper. We don't know what is going on. We're just keeping it updated. All right, keeping it updated. We're waiting. Jules Mansing is reporting the same. Agnifilo just handed over a note to Sean Combs, and it was first with the prosecutors before giving it to Agnifilo. Okay, they're kind of hand in hand in their updates. Let me see what CNN has to say. Okay, 5 minutes ago, Combs is surrounded by his lawyers inside the courtroom. All right. Sean Diddy Combs, now seated in the courtroom with this lawyer encircled around him. Their expressions are serious. We're waiting to learn more about the latest note. There's a note. Okay, hold up. I think we have an update. Oh, Lord have mercy. After talking to Agnifilo, Sean Combs looks down again, resting his head in his right hand. Oh. What is going on? Is there some news or something? We're waiting, guys. We don't know if this is the verdict or what is it. I don't think this is it, but I think that there's probably more to this. We're waiting, guys. We are waiting. I'm messaging people so people are aware what's going on, okay? So give me 1 second. You better inner city press, don't be dramatic now, right? Don't be dramatic. We're waiting, y'all. Do me a favor, guys, hit the like button so we can get this out there in the algorithm, please, and thank you. I would appreciate it. Hold up. I'm just letting people know. Okay. Oh, judge speaks. Judge speaks. The judge says, "We have received a note at 4:05 p.m. today. It reads, we have reached the verdict on counts 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are unable to reach a verdict on count 1 as we have jurors on each side. How should we respond?" What? Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh my God. Let me retweet this. Hashtag breaking news. Hashtag, you know BJ's out there. Diddy. Shout out to BJ. Oh my God. DiddyTrial, y'all. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Close. I'm trying to close current tabs. Save. Y'all, I have too many tabs open. Okay. What are you guys thinking in the chat? Okay, hold up. Let's reread that for those that are coming in, and we do have an update. The judge received a note. The judge is in the courtroom. He's reading a note, and he says, "We have received a note at 4:05 p.m. today." It reads, "We have reached a verdict on counts 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're unable to reach a verdict on count 1, the very first count, as we have jurors on each side. How should we respond?" Comey says, "We are preparing a modified Allen charge." Huh? Agnifilo says, "We propose you tell them to continue deliberating and that you." Oh my God, hold up. Wait, I'm still stuck on the Allen charge. "We are preparing a modified Allen charge." Agnifilo says, "We propose you tell them to continue deliberating and that you take that partial verdict. No modified Allen charge." Judge says, "Would the defense request I bring the jury out to say that?" Oh, it's going to be a long, they're not even done. An Allen charge. An Allen charge. There's a partial verdict. Oh my God. Hold up. I'm pulling up stuff. So, here we go. We have an update. Agnifilo, after conferring with Combs, he says yes. Judge says, "Okay, email me your proposals each side and I'll wait. I could give a modified Allen charge, or at some point, I could tell them they could return a partial verdict. Email me. I'll wait." Shit. And they're on a break now. Oh my God. Hold up, you guys. Allen charge. You plead guilty, but don't get sentenced. Thank you. Allen charge telling jurors to keep. So Allen charge tells jurors to keep deliberating on the first count. No partial BS. That's what um damn, that is crazy. Hold up. Let me see what CNN is saying. Oh shoot. Here we go. 2 minutes ago, jury says they've reached a verdict on some of the counts. The jury sent a note at about 4:05 p.m. that says, "We have reached a verdict on counts 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're unable to reach a verdict on count 1." We'll get the colors in a minute, honey. We have jurors that as we have jurors with unpersuadable opinions on both sides for count 1. Prosecutors and defense want jury to continue deliberating. Both the prosecution and defense want the judge to push the jury to continue to deliberating. Okay? Both the prosecution and defense want the judge to push the jury continue deliberating. Sean Diddy Combs' attorney Mark Agnifilo said the defense would like the judge to bring out the jury to instruct them to continue deliberating. They're going to work on the wording of the instructions. The cliffhanger of everything. They have to continue deliberating. They're not there. We can't even say this quite yet. This is crazy. Yes, thank you. The Allen charge, for those that are wondering, thank you. Allen charge simply pushes the jury to keep deliberating. Alfred plea is one where they don't admit guilt but still plead. Yeah, those are two. Allen charge and Alfred plea are two different things. Don't get them confused. Okay? The judge wants them, and not just the judge, but the attorneys want them to go back and deliberate, but they're kind of like on opposite ends for the first count. Damn. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. I think we have more breaking news. Oh, is this the same? Oh, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Here it is. U.S. versus Sean Combs. It's just a review of it. Jury has sent out a note. They have reached a verdicts on count 2, 3, 4, and 5 as trafficking, transportation for prostitution, but remain divided on count 1, which is RICO. Oh my God. They're on opposite ends of this. Thank you. Example of modified Allen charge language. Jurors should not hesitate to re-examine their views and change their opinions if convinced they are wrong. Okay? Thank you, thank you. So on counts 2, 3, 4, and 5, have they found Diddy? We don't know what they're not letting us know. They're not letting us know. All it says is what it says up there is that they have a verdicts for that, but we don't know what the verdicts are. We don't know what the verdicts are on any of that, if that makes sense. So people are aware. Hold up, I'm going up a little bit. Sorry, guys. Wow, I'm in shock. The first charge is the RICO charge, guys. Yes, the first charge is the RICO charge. So people are aware. Let's see. Yep. No, but no juror should surrender their honest conviction solely because of the opinions of the fellow jurors or for the mere purpose of returning a verdict. Okay. I got everybody in my comments right now repeating what I've just said on my other videos. I'm like, yes, we know. Wow. Okay. Now, let's get a visual of those charges. Okay, let's do that. All right, so we know which one's what and which one's what. All right, because even though we've been going through this a lot and we were reviewing it, everybody's talking about it. Hold up, let me get Nate the lawyer because he did that breakdown for us. We'll get that visual in here. Here it is. Okay. So thank you. Yes, get those likes up. I had to even change. I haven't even been able to do my my thumbnail. You're in shock? You're in shock? I think everybody's kind of reacting to it. Now let me see what else we have going on. Okay? Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, that's all we have. The judge says we received a note. Doesn't say what the verdict is. So for people that are saying we know what it is, no, we don't. We don't. They have counts. They have ready. They have reached a verdict, but we don't know what the verdict is. Okay. So everybody else is telling you that we don't know. Sean Diddy Combs has sent out a note that they have reached verdicts on counts 2, 3, 4, and 5, S trafficking and transportation, but remain divided on count 1, RICO. Okay? There's a difference, guys. There's a difference. Make sure people are aware of that. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you for the 199. I appreciate it. That's where we're at. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think it's honestly, it's just the first one that's they're divided. They figured out the other ones. But Rico is where they're divided. You guys, I'm telling you, they might actually not be able to go on the Rico. You like Nate's chart? I'm going to see if I can pull it up. I was trying to. So these are the Rico predicate acts, right? But this is not the chart that I'm talking about. There's a different one. See if I can pull it up. Let's see. No update here. Hold on. Diddy Combs. We're pulling other charts of information, guys. I just want to be accurate in how I'm reporting this. So, I'm not an expert or anything like that. But I'm definitely want to kind of keep it accurate when it comes to this. I think it's important. Dang. Okay. No, we can't open this. You gotta wait a little bit, okay? So I showed you guys the charging document, okay? Here it is. So here's another table. The remaining RICO predicate acts: S trafficking, transportation of prostitution, drug distribution, facilitation of controlled substance, obstruction of justice, bribery, coercion of employees. Dropped RICO predicate acts. Well, they kind of changed the language. They didn't really get rid of them. Attempted kidnapping, attempted arson, aiding and abetting, S trafficking, extortion via NDAs or settlement. I didn't even know that was part of that NDAs ones. Okay. Huh. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Rico was the most clear. I don't know. Was it? I don't know. Thank you. Can you put this over there, please? Put it over there. Thank you. Careful. Wow, she picked the day to be there. Hey, Chaos, how are you? How are you, my love? Thank you for being a member for 23 months. People said that they don't feel like there's a RICO. That's the first time I heard about NDAs being added to it. That's weird. I've never heard of that. So I wonder what are we gonna make out of here? Hold up. Somebody asking the questions. Hold up. Are they definitely okay? Come on, keep deliberating. They're definitely going to be told to keep deliberating on count 1. It's just a question of how they will be told, whether Alan charge now or later. Okay. Jules Mancy, let's see what else she reports. Nothing else after number 16, but this is what they were told. CNN says no update on CNN yet. You guys, like, what happens if, well, I feel like I already know what happens if they're deadlock on the first. What happens if they're deadlock on the first? It's not, I mean, they're deadlock. This is so crazy. I couldn't even get a thumbnail going. Y'all, I do apologize. I don't feel prepared. Is it Lake Brooklyn? Thank you so much for the 4.99. Hi, great work. I found you through BJ's channel. Thanks for keeping us all up to date on the minute. I try, my love. Thank you so much for the 4.99. Thank you. If they don't make a decision on count 1, will that be a hung jury? That's the question. I don't think they're gonna let this go. On this is that's the basis of everything, right? Count one. Oh my god! You think it's a hung jury if they don't make it because they're on opposite ends, but they're not going to let them go. Wow. But they have decisions on everything. The verdict sheet is how you I see how they have the RICO first. Finally, I'm confused, you said? It might be a little bit confusing, I guess. I don't know for some folks. That's the first time I heard of NDAs at all. You said hold up, I think we have an update. Give me 1 second. And I'm seeing if CNN has a pretty good breakdowns too. Okay, AUSA Comey said they're preparing a modified Allen charge, but the defense didn't want a partial verdict. The jury has to finish deliberations. Let's see if we can find a YouTube video on Allen charge, not to be confused with Alford plea. What is it? Alford pleas. Those are different, guys. Those are different. Allen charge explained. What is an Allen charge? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
Charge for all of the people in the law in the court. That's that dynamite charge. That's that charge that you do at the last time, the ninth inning, where you're saying the jury is coming back. They've been thinking about it for a while and they still can't come up with anything. And they'll come into the court and they'll say, we can't come to a decision right now. And then the court will say, the judge will come out and give this charge, which basically says, I want you to go back in there and try your best to be able to come to a consensus. I'm not making you make a decision, but
that's what they're trying to do. So this is why the judge told Agnifilo, hey, should we bring them back? Should we bring them back for that first count? So they're probably going to bring the jury back in to give that first count.
Can you go back and try again? So that when the jury comes back and says that we're hopelessly deadlocked, the court has already given them the instruction to try to do the best that they can to come up with a decision.
There you go. Okay, hold up. Again, for those, this is a very short video. But it gives us an explanation. It's different than an Alford plea. Those are two different things, guys.
So Allen charge for all of the people in the law in the court. That's that dynamite charge. That's that charge that you do at the last time, the ninth inning, where you're saying the jury is coming back. They've been thinking about it for a while and they still can't come up with anything. And they'll come into the court and they'll say, we can't come to a decision right now. And then the court will say, the judge will come out and give this charge, which basically says, I want you to go back in there and try your best to be able to come to a consensus. I'm not making you make a decision, but can you go back and try again? So that when the jury comes back and says that we're hopelessly deadlocked, the court has already given them the instruction to try to do the best that they can to come up with a decision.
Okay, and then here we have, this is from BBC, okay? Live reporting. There's a BBC reporter out there. Prosecutors and defense want jury to deliberate further. The parties are both making proposals on what they want to do in response. But one thing is clear. We will not hear this partial verdict yet. The judge is like, no, go back again. Go do it again. They don't want a partial verdict. Both the defense and prosecutors want the jury to go back and deliberate further. The prosecution wants the judge to employ something called the Allen charge, a way to put extra pressure on the jury to reach a unanimous decision, of course. The defense does not. The judge is considering both proposals. Okay, we have an update, but say he doesn't think we are at the point of hearing a partial verdict. We have an update from Inner City Press. Hold up, guys. Oh, somebody said it was a question. Somebody asked, what's an Allen charge? It is an instruction of a judge gives to jury when they say they can't reach a verdict on one or more counts of an indictment. It says to go back and keep trying because no future jury would be better positioned to make a decision. Basically, they can't find somebody else to do it. You better go do it again and try again. Okay? That's what it is. You said, yeah, numbers are not mathing. 2, 3, 4, and 5 decided. Then how can one not be decided? You know, here's a question. I think it's a valid question from Wendy. Like, wait a minute, you got all these decisions and all these numbers, but you can't decide on one? What do you think would make it so hard for them to just decide on one? You said, I think he's guilty on 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they can't agree that he was part of an enterprise. They have to find an enterprise, even if they find the predicates. Well, isn't that part of RICO? Don't you need the enterprise to kind of make it work? So maybe they're like, we got it all on the other ones, but the first one we can't. We can't figure out an enterprise. Maybe that's what it is. I have a lot of questions. You said, I don't like that it's all if 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 2, 3, 4, and 5 were guilty, then they'll have to find guilty on one. How come they can't find? That's the question is, if they can do, well, first of all, we don't know what the verdict is for the other ones. Let's be very clear. Sorry guys, I have to set things up. I wonder if the family can get their money back for their cake and party favors. What do you mean? We don't know if we have a guilty verdict yet. We don't know anything other than they've made a decision. We don't know what the verdicts are, guys. We don't know what the verdicts are. We just know that they can't make a decision for one. Well, you guys want to pull the forms? Let's pull the forms. Perfect. I think it's a good idea, my friends. And let me go to pull the forms. Let me go to, I know Diddy Docket has it on deck. Diddy Docket. Because we've talked about this. Hold up, and we have an update now from Inner City Press too while we're going there. Give me one sec, guys. Here it is. Okay. We got the forms set up. Let's go. Sorry, y'all. I'm going down. Come on. Here it is. No? Okay. It's okay. I got the form somewhere else. We have an update. Give me 1 second, guys, before we 4:54 p.m. in the well of the courtroom, everyone but Donaldson is in their seat waiting. Sean Combs is leaning back, his legal cross. He does not look happy. Diddy doesn't look happy. Okay? Diddy does not look happy. Hold up. I'm gonna pull the forms, y'all. I need to. This is the update from Inner City Press at 4:54 p.m. in the room. I think is what he meant to say. In the courtroom, everyone but Donaldson is in their seat waiting. Sean Combs is leaning back, his legal crossed. He does not look happy. Okay? He does not look happy. That's what it says. Now hold up. See if I can pull these. So we just had these charging documents. Here it is. Found it. Okay. This is the verdict sheet. While we wait for more updates, just to clear the confusion. All right. Racketeering. This is count one. Count one is the racketeering. Okay. Count one, racketeering and conspiracy. How did you find the defendant, Sean Combs, with respects to count one? They had to do guilty or not guilty. Okay. Then A, if you have found the defendant guilty of count one, then please indicate whether the pattern of racketeering activity that the defendant agreed would be committed involve kidnapping, attempted kidnapping. Okay, wait. This is the old one, y'all. Hold up. That is the old one. That's not the right one. That's the old form. I have the new form. Sorry about that. This is not the right one. So I was like, they changed that language. They certainly did. Here it is. Here we go. We just reviewed it this morning. Racketeering. How do you find the defendant not guilty and guilty? Okay, then the rest of the language goes. If and only if you found the defendant guilty of count one, which types of racketeering acts did you unanimously find were involved in the offense? So this is all count one. the act of kidnapping, the act of arson, the act of bribery, the act of witness tampering, the act of, oh, that one cut off. Hold up. The act of transportation, the act of distribution, of rugs, the act of forced labor, and the act of S trafficking. Those are all your RICOs. And then it goes to count 2, S trafficking, which is what they said they have a verdict for. S trafficking of Cassie Ventura. Count 3, the Mann Act, transportation Cassie Ventura. So, and then there's 4, which is S trafficking of Jane, and then 5, which is the Mann Act transportation of Jane. So, guys, they figured out 2, 3, 4, and 5, but they haven't figured out the RICO. The very, very first thing. The very first thing. I mean, how do you come up with all the other ones, but you can't do the first one? You know, let me say something. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy for saying this, but I do blame the prosecution for this confusion. I do. I told you guys there might be a confusion or maybe there isn't. Maybe they really just can't come up with the decision. I don't know. You think it doesn't make any sense? Because did they work backwards? It's a great question. Juror number 25, we don't know. I think they settled juror number 25. Y'all, what is going on? Hold up. Do we have an update? I think we do. Oh, the links, the page. Shout out to Inner City Press for giving us the updates. If it wasn't for Inner City Press on my phone, on my notifications, I wouldn't be able to keep up. Shout out to Inner City Press. Hold up. All right, here we go. CNN just did a little breakdown for us. Let's figure this out here. So, let me stop sharing this one. Okay, here it is. Y'all ready for this one? Okay, so this was a minute ago. Here's a count by count reminder of the charges against Combs. Okay, here we go. Jurors in the S trafficking and racketeering conspiracy trial of Sean Diddy Combs have notified the court that they have reached a verdict on counts 2, 3, 4, and 5, which we've all read them. I've read them to you a couple times already. Okay. But are unable to reach a verdict on count 1. Okay. Here's a look at the 5 counts against Combs. Count 1, racketeering conspiracy. Count 2, S trafficking by force, coercion, fraud, or coercion pertains to victim 1, which is Cassie. Count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution pertains to victim 1, Cassie Ventura. And commercial S workers. Count 4, S trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion pertains to victim 2, which is Jane. Count 5, transportation to engage in prostitution pertains to victim 2, Jane, and commercial S acts, commercial S workers. Count 1, listen, count 1, y'all listening to this is important. Count 1 carries the heaviest penalty with the maximum sentence of life in prison. Okay? Counts 2 and 4 have a minimum sentence of 15 years and a maximum of life in prison. Count 3 and 5 each carry a maximum sentence of 10 years. So life in prison is the one that they can't figure it out. The very first count, guys. The very first count. How do you agree on all the counts, but you can't agree on like the main one? I don't know. I don't know. I have a lot of questions. You guys let me know what you guys think in the chat because I'm a little perplexed by this. No joke. I'm a little perplexed. Let me know what you guys think, okay? Hold up. Sorry, something's going on with my computer. It further goes, both the prosecution and the defense have indicated they want the judge to push the jury to continue deliberating. Combs' defense attorney, Mark Agnifilo, said the defense prefers the judge bring the jury out to instruct them in person rather than sending them a note. The parties will work on the wording of the instructions. Okay? The judge is now addressing both sides of the proposal. All right, guys. The judge is on the bench. Let's go. The judge is now addressing both sides of proposal. The judge is back on the bench now, addressing both prosecutors and defense attorneys' proposals on how to move forward. The government has asked for a modified Allen charge, not to be confused with an Alford plea. Two different things. Because you guys were dropping it in my chat. I'm letting you know. Not the same. Okay. The government has asked for a modified Allen charge. The defense said it's too early for that, and they seem to want more gentle language. What? Okay. An Allen charge is a set of instructions that ask jurors to re-examine their own views and opinions in order to reach a decision. Let me tell you something. I don't think we're going to make them reach a different decision than what they've already reached. If they are confused about the first one or can't, and they can make a decision about all the other ones, but not the first one, y'all, do we really have a RICO situation? And what is gentle language? What does that even mean? We have an update from Inner City Press, okay? Ooh, we get it together, guys. I am in shock. Okay, I was not expecting this, but I don't think a lot of us knew what to expect. All right. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, here we go. All right, guys. This is what we have so far. This is what the Inner City Press says. Judge, I wouldn't call the government's proposal an Allen charge, the judge says. It reminds the jury of the instructions I previously gave on the duty to deliberate. I could simply recite from the jury charge. Okay. The judge says, I wouldn't call the government's proposal an Allen charge. It reminds the jury of the instructions I previously gave on the duty to deliberate. I can simply recite from the jury charge. So there is this screenshot here of yesterday's transcripts, yesterday's instructions, which we've read here on this channel. Make sure you check those videos out from yesterday. And it reads, again, your verdict must be unanimous, but you are not bound to surrender your honest convictions concerning the effects or weight of the evidence for the mere purpose of returning a verdict or solely because the opinion of other jurors. This is the confusing language, to be honest with you. But anyways, each of you must make your own decisions about the proper outcome of this case based on your considerations of the evidence and your discussions with your fellow jurors. No juror should surrender his or her consciousness beliefs for the purposes of returning a unanimous verdict. So see, this is where I kind of the legal stuff, all right? If this is the first charge, right, which carries the most weight, the life sentence, and you have all the other ones decided on, but you can't decide on the first one, what are you going to do? In here, the judge has instructed them. Your verdict must be unanimous, but you are not bound to surrender your honest convictions concerning the effects or weight of the evidence for the mere purpose of returning a verdict or solely because of the opinion of other jurors. What if you honestly feel in your heart or based on the evidence that you reviewed that this man is guilty or innocent? And that is your honest soul conviction. And that's why you can't decide on count one. What happens when you truly in your heart have been sitting there for hours and hours and you're reviewing this? What happens if this is where you land? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Like, what are people supposed to do? So for those that are coming in new, let me tell you what happened, okay? We got about 22 minutes ago. There was a bit of a lull in time, right? So this is what happens. The judge comes out. Diddy was already in the waiting room. He's looking down. He was handed a note. He's not happy, and it sounds like the jury is basically they've reached the verdict. We don't know what the verdict is. Let me be clear. They've reached the verdict for the other counts, which is what 2, 3, 4, and the other ones, right? They got the verdicts for those, okay? But the first one, which carries the most weight, the racketeering, the main RICO charge, they can't come up with a unanimous decision. Okay. So they got a verdict for 2, 3, 4, and 5. They were able to make decisions for all of them, but they can't come up with the first one. So then the judge is like, well, we're going to do an Allen charge, which basically, for those, I think we played a clip here earlier, is basically explains the instructions, or tells them that they have to come up with a verdict, that they're not going to take anything until they come up with the verdict for the first charge, which, by the way, that one carries 15. What is it? Not 15. I think it's life, right? Didn't we say that? It's count one is the heaviest penalty with the maximum of life in prison. Okay. The other ones would be 15 to 10 years if he's found guilty on the other ones. All right. So we have a new update. I'm looking at the chat just so people are aware. So for those that are coming in new, that's what is going on. All right. The judge says, I could tell them that they could return on July 3rd. We could arrange that. What do parties think? Wait a minute. Let me go up a little bit. Clearly, I missed. Agnifilo says, we're not at that point yet. I'm not saying we wouldn't be at that point on Thursday, July 3rd or Monday. Let's wait and see. I'm putting stock in that they have reached verdicts on 4 counts. The judge says, I'm going with that, but I may gave more later. The judge says, I could tell them that they could return on July 3rd. We could arrange that. What do parties think? Comey says, we'd like to give them the option to deliberate on the 3rd. Agnifilo says, 1 second, Your Honor. Yes. Let me reread this. So after reading that about what they're instructing them to review from the jury instructions, this was 2 minutes ago. Agnifilo says, we're not at that point yet. I'm not saying we wouldn't be at that point on Thursday, July 3rd or Monday. Let's wait and see. I'm putting stock in that they have reached verdicts on 4 counts. Judge says, I'm going with that, but I may give more later. Okay. The judge says, I could tell them that they could return on July 3rd. We could arrange that. What do parties think? Comey says, we like to give them the option to deliberate on the 3rd. Agnifilo, 1 second, Your Honor. Judge says yes. What are we doing? What are we doing? Agnifilo says, our preference is that you don't tell them now about Thursday. The downside is that the jurors might feel rushed to reach a verdict too soon, to avoid the Thursday issue. Let them deliberate tomorrow. You could ask at the end of tomorrow. I thought they were going all the way to 7 today. 3, 4, 5. What is it? 5:13 over there? Oh my God. Tomorrow? They're going to keep going tomorrow. I thought they were going all the way to 7 today, guys. Why not tomorrow? Tomorrow's July 2nd. Do they want to give the jury the day off? Is that what I'm getting? Is that they want to give the jury the day off? Yes, I know. I'm here for you. I'm like, listen, what are they talking about? Okay. All right, here we go. 6 seconds ago. So the defense would have no objection to them deliberating on July 3rd. Agnifilo says no objection if they want to. Okay, let's bring back our jury. Are they leaving already? All right, jury's coming in. What? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Everybody with me, put a one in the chat if you're following through. If you're coming in late, let me know you're coming in late. I guess they're having issues about like when they're gonna be coming back. Are they gonna be let go today? I assume that they were gonna be here tomorrow and Thursday, up until the Thursday at least, until they can come up with the verdict, right? That's what I assumed. Oh my Lord have mercy. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm checking to see. Let's see. I guess they're waiting for the jury. Now, we do have two new updates. Okay, this is perfect. This is perfect. We have two new updates on CNN, but let me see. We have an update on Inner City Press. So the defense would have no objection. We read this. Okay. Somebody did a little cute little breakdown. Most likely not guilty on counts 2 and 5. Well, we don't know this. See, people are predicting what they won't be guilty on. We don't know any of this. We don't. We don't. Okay, CNN says while we wait for an update on Inner City Press, the judge says simply telling the jury to keep deliberating would be non-responsive. Okay. Okay. So the judge and the lawyers are discussing how they will respond to the jury's note that they're unable to reach a verdict on one of the 5 counts against Sean Diddy Combs. The judge said there's not much there. In response to the defense team's proposed instructions, he simply is telling the jury to keep deliberating, would be non-responsive to their note expressing unpersuadable opinions as to count 1. Defense Mark Agnifilo said he thinks his jury has been productive and efficient, so they don't need much encouragement to continue deliberating. So remember when the judge said, should we bring the jury out? We're thinking they're bringing it out. They're like, well, should we? I don't think so. Okay. The judge said the government proposal isn't really an Allen charge, but essentially reiterates the sections of the jury instructions regarding the duty to deliberate. An Allen charge is a set of instructions that ask the jurors to re examine their own views and opinions in order to reach a decision. Now, we have another update, but let me just double check and make sure we don't have any updates here on Inner City Press. Okay. The jury is in the courtroom. All rise. Here we go. Judge says, welcome back. I received your note that you have reached a verdict on count 2 through 5. I ask you to continue deliberating, discuss and weigh your respective opinions dispassionately, and follow my instructions on the law. Okay. We have 2 more updates on CNN, guys. But I'm going to see if they can get us all the way in. Okay, guys, I'm waiting for an update. Give me 1 second. You said mic drop from the judge. I don't want to wait. A lot of us are like, we don't want to wait till our lives are over. We want to know what the verdict is. Oh my God, we've been following this from like a long time. That was a minute ago. No update. Oh man. Somebody's in the chat. Oh, I cannot wait to hear this. I think everybody's been waiting. No day off? They're going to get a day off? CNN further reports while we wait for Inner City Press. The judge says he intends to tell the jury, I ask that you keep deliberating, which he just did. The jury's in the courtroom. The judge said he intends to tell the jury, I ask that you keep deliberating and recite and then recite some of the lines about deliberations from his instructions. Okay. The jury enters the courtroom, and that is what the judge has instructed them to do. So is he sending them home now and then they're having to come back tomorrow? Or what is he doing? What is happening here? I think we have an update. Hold up. 14 seconds ago. I ask you to return to the jury room. If you decide you are done for the day, send me another note and I'll bring you back to the end of the day. Jurors leave. Okay, judge says everyone can go back to doing what they were doing. All right, y'all. That's it. Y'all go back and do whatever the hell you were doing. What were you doing? What, you were washing dishes? Go wash dishes. Get back to work. That's what the judge said. The judge will tell you, my God, today. Bye. Bye. Go wash. Go shower. You go back. You right there. You. I see you. Go. That's what he I cannot. Did he really just say that to us? I literally am dead. I'm dead. The last sentence killed me, you guys. Everyone go back to doing what they were doing. They can't leave. They got until 7, you guys. He said, go home, not the gavel. Yeah, he pulled out the gavel and he said, you go home. You go back. What were you doing? Go feed the children. Go. Now I got back to, I was taking a nap. Now I got to go back to sleep. Are you kidding me? You cannot make this up, man. All right, hold up. We got some updates from CNN. Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible. Oh, man, the suspense is too much. Okay, hold up. I love how 100 people left the chat after I told them, go back to doing what you were doing, okay? Hold up. Do we have another update? Oh, no. Oh, here we go. Y'all, we have an update. Don't go yet. Hold up. Don't go. We have an update. Lord have mercy. Didn't they say to go away? All right, here we go. We have another update. The judge, we have received a note that the jurors have concluded for today and will resume tomorrow. We'll bring them back out. Oh my God, you can't. Hey, don't leave. Come back. He said come back. He said the note came through and that's what's happening. You're still here? You never left? I feel like they're playing with my emotions. It's like, I gotta go do back what I'm doing, and then I gotta come back, and then you. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, okay, they're going home. They're going to bed. All right. Oh, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Couldn't they just told him to go home right then and there? They literally sent a note. That was it. Oh man. I'm not trying to laugh, but I would imagine being there and just be like, what? Yo, you just dropped a bombshell on us. What is going on? All right, hold up. Okay, let's go to CNN. This is too much. Oh my God. This has been a mess. This has been a legit mess. Hold up. Let me tell you guys what CNN said, okay? CNN. The judge asked jury to keep deliberating, okay? Okay, and then we have another update. So this is good. So the judge has instructed the jury to continue deliberating after they sent a note saying they have reached a verdict in 4 of the 5 counts, all right? I received a note that you have reached verdicts on counts 2, 5, but not 1. I asked at this time that you keep deliberating, he told them, okay? The jury left the courtroom like for 3 minutes, and then the jury sent a note advising it will continue deliberations tomorrow. So in a minute later, they send a note. They said, we're going home. We can't do this right now. We cannot do this. This is insane. So for people telling you that they have a verdict, no, they don't. They don't, y'all. Please don't believe it. They don't have a verdict, okay? We're watching it in real time. They don't have a verdict, okay? Now let me remove this. Let me show you. We have an update on Inner City Press. Here we go. Just to make it more formal, all right? Just to make it more formal. Let's see. No, let's see. What did he write? Did he excuse the jury? All rise. Jury back in. Judge says, very briefly, thank you. Tomorrow, go directly into the jury room. Keep an open mind. Do not watch or read about this case. We'll see each other tomorrow. All rise. Jury leaves. Judge says, anything? No. Okay. That's it. Hold up. CNN says jury's dismissed for today. In dismissing the panel for the day, the judge said he won't bring them back out in the morning and that they can get started as soon as everybody arrives. And so they are leaving. That's it. No more. All right. You guys are adjourned for the day. Let me give some shout outs before I end here. Lady Shay, thank you so much for the 99-cent super sticker. Thank you. Finji, thank you for gifting a membership. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Thank you. If you guys got a membership, put a heart in the chat. Donna W, thank you for the $3 super sticker. Alexandria, $2. She said, verdict tomorrow? I don't know, man. I thought it would have been today. No verdict today. No verdict today. I would probably say that this has been officially what? 30, a good 35 hours of deliberation if you count the days together, I would say. I don't know. Maybe I'm miscounting. Karen, welcome. Thank you for becoming a membership. All right, guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button, and then you guys are excused, okay? Wait, what? Breaking news. Juror is getting in their steps. Are they on a Fitbit, Pocahontas? Thank you for the $1.99. Y'all have a beautiful day. I will see you guys. I don't know if I'll go live today. Maybe later on if I get the transcripts. Because I'm nosy. I want to know. And if we don't go live today, I'll read the transcripts for tomorrow so we can figure out, well, what happened? What happened? You guys have a great one. Hit the like button. It helps in the algorithm. Bye, guys.